Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at the Marvel Omnibus Nova, Richard Rider. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know much about Nova or Richard Rider. I remember this book came out in the late 70s, the character did, and I was intrigued by the costume. It was kind of like this Bullet Man costume kind of thing going on there, and I wanted to read it, but for reasons that escape me, I don't know. I never got it. I never either I never had the opportunity, or I never just really saw it very much. I don't know how popular it was. I know of the Nova Corps. I know that in Guardians of the Galaxy, the movie, you've got the Nova Corps, and they do wear costumes like this. And that's my sum total of knowledge. But I guess I was feeling, when I got this, I was feeling really nostalgic for all things late 70s in Marvel Comics, and I really wanted to give it a try. So here's the cover, of course. There's the spine. And there's the back. And as you can see, it contains quite a few issues. I'm not going to go into all of them because it's quite a lot. Inside, we do have a wraparound cover, which I think is really cool. Right here, it wraps around to there, which that's just cool. I like that. I like that a lot. A lot of famous writers: Marv Wolfman, Len Wein, Bill Mantlo, Tom DeFalco. A lot of famous pencilers: John Byrne, Ross Andru, Carmine Infantino, Gene Colan, Sal Buscema, John Buscema. Lots of famous people worked on this. Oh, there is a right here. I think this is kind of funny. There's a trigger warning. It says the previously published content includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we wanted to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. So, boy, I don't know what Nova did, but enough to spark a trigger warning on this book. So I guess be careful when you're reading. Be careful where you're at when you're reading. You're not behind the wheel or something. Starts in September 1976 with Nova #1. Looks like Nova lasted until May 1979 in Nova 25, and continued in some other titles throughout 79 and into 80 and 82, and ultimately in 86. Now, here's what I'm nostalgic for. I remember this issue, The Man Called Nova. I must have seen it on a spinner rack in a 7-Eleven or something, but I didn't have 30 cents to get it. or my parents wouldn't give me 30 cents to get it. So who knows? Who knows? When you're that age, everything is kind of up to your folks, isn't it? So we have the story of Nova and Richard Rider. And I know that Richard Rider's Nova, but I like I said, I learned later that there are other members of the Nova Corps. And I know that Nova is still a superhero, and I think Nova still has a title published today. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. I don't think the later Nova title or titles had Richard Rider as Nova. I don't think so. But again, maybe someone out there who knows better can tell me. I think the art is good. Page quality is similar to Marvel Masterworks in that it's kind of got this smooth feel to it. I don't think it's maybe quite as glossy. It seems it doesn't seem to be quite as glossy, which actually I think works for it as an omnibus. I'm going to say, like I say, Marv Wolfman wrote this, Sal Buscema. People that I'm familiar with as artists and writers, and they're good artists and writers. Oh, Spider-Man enters the fray. We have an issue of Amazing Spider-Man where Nova appeared. So if you've got a copy of Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 171 as an issue or a reprint somewhere in a book, you've already been introduced to Nova. Second year of The Man Called Nova. The Sandman, Spider-Man's villain, is fighting him. I just wish I knew more about the villains that he fights. Yellow Claw? Maybe this is what the trigger warning is talking about. You've got depiction of an Asian man with a Fu Manchu mustache and yellow skin. That must be what they're talking about. I can see if they remove the content, you'd remove a lot of the material. I seem to recall, actually, you know what? I seem to recall Blackout. Where else have I seen Blackout? Does anybody remember Blackout from any other comics? And we got the Inhumans and Fantastic Four. Got the Falcon. I like the Falcon. Is anybody going to watch that Captain America movie? I'm not sure he's Captain America, but he definitely is a Falcon, and Anthony Mackie does a good job of playing the Falcon. I kind of wish it was just a Falcon movie. Marvel 2-in-1, King Size Annual, number 3 from '78. So it seems like Nova has a lot of guest stars, or guest stars a lot in other people's titles, other characters' titles, I should say. But a lot of his villains just don't seem that familiar. I wonder if that's why. I wonder if that's why he never caught on. Because I hate to say it, but the hero is only as good as your villains. You got to have a good rogues gallery of villains, and if the villains of Nova were not catching on, then I don't think it would make it. The Sphinx. See, I've just never heard of these people. Okay, here's this issue is the cover that is of the book here that we have. It's the wraparound cover. It's taken from this issue. Boy, I wish comics were still only 35 cents. Carmine Infantino and Klaus Johnson did the inks. Jim Shooter's the editor. Like I say, there's a lot of talent behind these. I'm really not sure why Richard Rider as Nova didn't make it. Now the Sphinx goes into the Fantastic Four. Okay, well, maybe Fantastic Four fans know him better. I'm just not familiar with the Sphinx. Oh no, it's Herbie the Robot. I remember Herbie. When he and that Fantastic Four cartoon they did a long time ago. So if you got the Fantastic Four reprints or issues, then you've got a lot of these already. I don't see a lot of Nova, so I'm not sure why these issues are in here other than the Sphinx. Yeah, it's Fantastic Four, which is great. I love the Fantastic Four, but we've got a what if Nova had not given up his powers. And then there's Marvel 2-in-1 starring The Thing, issue 91. And again, we've got the Sphinx, but no Nova. So it seems that some of this book ought to be Nova guest starring the Sphinx. We do have some extras. Got some sketches. I guess he went inactive. There, I guess I can learn more about Champions of Xandar. Oh, I didn't realize those dots were ranks. There we go. That's cool. Richard Rider. And some original artwork by Jack Kirby. That's cool. So yeah, there's a little bit of extras in there. Something to look at. This retailed for $100, but I'm going to tell you, if you find one in the wild, don't pay $100 for it. Because I've looked on the internet and I don't know if this is out of print or not. I think they printed it in 2023. It's either still in print or it's out of print, but it really doesn't go for that much. It's quite affordable. If you're interested in Nova, if looking through the book with me intrigued you and you wanted to check it out for yourself and pick up a copy, it seems to be quite easily available and not that expensive. So I don't know. I have misgivings about this one. The character of Nova seems to have endured over the years because I'm aware of it, but I never got into it. And it looks like Richard Rider as a character as Nova, the first one at least, didn't seem like it made it. So that's the collection. That's what you got. It was nice for me to go through it and just have the nostalgia of going through something that was late 1970s, because that's some of my favorite years of Marvel Comics. If you like that era of Marvel Comics, you might like this. If you don't, I'm not sure that you will. So I think this is an affordable peek at that era, but with a caution. And of course, the book comes with its caution. Let's not forget about its trigger warning. So if you are easily triggered, don't buy this book. You've been warned. It says so in the very front of the book. So I appreciate you joining me. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye.